God, this feels good. Running out of juice. Note to self. Find a way to control lightning. Need to rest the wings.
Lights up. William Shakespeare, humanity's greatest playwright, and hell's most diabolical purveyor of entertainment, looks on as a brave mortal on an Orphean quest enters. The bard's interest is piqued, and he looks to test his visitor's mettle. The masked tragedies were used to enemies cowering as they approached. But soon they realized that they faced a foe with courage and nobility. Traits uncommon in the fires of perdition.
I will fucking end you.
The inciting incident resolved. The time had come for rising action. The battle raged on below, and as bullets and blood flew, the bard arched a curious eyebrow. Could this mortal be the exact thing that Shakespeare needed? And now, Act 3! The conflict resolved. Shakespeare eagerly awaited meeting the champion that dispatched so many of his men. Undoubtedly, they were here for the bard's aid. And while happy endings were not a thing found in hell, Shakespeare always had a soft spot for comedies.
In the land of the living, William Shakespeare is regarded as one of the most prolific playwrights of all time. However, To the denizens of hell, the bard is seen in a far different light. After selling his soul for fame and adoration, Shakespeare served in hell as Satan's spy master general. In doing his duty, Shakespeare would punish the souls he was investigating by forcing them to perform in grotesque passion plays for Satan's amusement. But in a Twelfth Night-esque twist, Shakespeare found himself living a double life. While he projected an image of cruelty, his heart was as soft as Jezebel's. In secret, he would tutor her on the classics and act out the works of his mortal days. When Satan found out, he cast Shakespeare out of the palace, believing that the poet would be tormented by the populace of hell, far out of Jezebel's sight. But Satan had not counted on the bard's cunning. Embracing his persona of master torturer, Shakespeare and his followers, the tragedies, took root in the entertainment district, biding their time for revenge.
And so Shakespeare called forth the Deus Ex Machina to bestow our protagonist with the arcane power of Force Stomp. Lights up. The mortal stands in the training grounds, eager to try out his new Force Stomp power on the group of demons in front of them.
Battle!
Scene 2, in which our protagonist kills more demons with force. Act 2, in which our protagonist is greeted by foul imps.
Life is good.
Get up! Act 3, in which our protagonist learns that Force Stomp even works on flying enemies, enabling them to remove a Dark Inciter's shield. The day is won, and the curtain closes on our noble hero.
Of success.
I raided a Interpol office and found information on where the president is being kept. Evidently, they've been trapped in some sort of soul crystal inside Satan's palace. Breaking in is an impossibility. Your best bet to save them is to continue to try to draw Satan out of his palace.
I was never destined for obscurity, but no theatre company would even entertain the idea of putting on my works, preferring to read plays written by lesser men. To them, I was a laughingstock, a fool who only wrote base comedies. I was willing to give anything to have my works be given the credit they were due. Some may question if selling my soul was worth it. Obviously, those people never met Marlowe.
Wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep,
The
beep.
horn on the bus goes beep, beep, beep all day long. The bell goes ding, ding, ding.
Gets easier every time.
Ding, 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 ding. The bell on the bus goes
What, if they wanted to torture you, why'd they use the short version?
This is the short version.
Oh yeah, the wipers on the bus go swish, swish, swish. The hobo on the bus goes heh, heh, heh. My mom had like 80 of them.
tickets free all day long. The babies on the bus say wah wah wah, wah wah wah, wah wah wah. The babies on the bus say wah 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 all day
This all hell's got to offer.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all day long.
We must end this infernal music!
Ding, 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 ding. The bell on the bus goes ding, 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 all day long.
Come, let us return to my castle, so we may plot our next steps in proper surrounds.
Johnny led Vlad back to his castle, which since his incarceration became a haven for frat parties and squatters. But the systematic impaling of trespassers would have to wait. Vlad was a man of his word, and was eager to provide intel that could aid in hobbling Satan's armies.
I bestow upon you the Stygian cold fire. I brought you to this inferno to teach you about the power I have granted you. Cold fire is an aura, which means you must activate the power and get close to an enemy before they will feel the cold embrace of the Stygian flames. Try it against these demons.
You gotta try harder than
While I
that.
understand your enthusiasm, you must use cold fire to defeat the enemies, not your weapons. While I understand your enthusiasm, you must use cold fire to defeat the enemies, not your weapons. Well done, my friend. Now here comes a dark inciter. Use your aura, then get close to him to take down his shields. From there, you can finish him off with your pistol.
God can't heal you in this place.
You've done it.
From this
Doesn't it feel good to watch an enemy burn?